Weeks has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
At their own 28-yard line.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Going the out route complete. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
The number's pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
On him quick, and they bring him down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Jets. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. And New York takes it back for a touchdown. The Jets pull out in front further, 13-zip. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10, still at the 28.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. He fields this at the 18. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
At their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll go play action. Locates Adonai Mitchell. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They get 23 on that one. And it's good for a New York first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock. And that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Good run out of the pistol with Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
They give on second to Hall. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. Now the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
To the air on third and long. He gets loose down the right side. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a 20-zip lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Jets push their lead to 21-zip already. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the 6.
Bucks to the line. First and 10.
Get it. Cougar 19. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Hand off to the back. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Ready.
Throwing now off the play action. He's trying to push the field. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 21-0 our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10. Blown back in the backfield and he gets the handoff. Give him around 6. That's going to make it second and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Making an even 10 on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
Here we go. Here we go. Go win, go win. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here's the handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's got Egbuka. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
Irving here from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and netted some positive yards.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. The effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll try and punch it in. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Get it. Liking, H, check out.
He gets it again. This is close, but it looks like they stopped him just short of the goal line. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Turned away from the goal line on the last snap. Need to make it 1 more yard here on 3rd and goal.
My man. 70 Timberwolves.
3rd time's the charm. He gets it again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers chop some of the lead off before the half. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Brought in right side. Big man's showing up the yards. He could do it. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets grow the lead now to 22 points. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They're throwing it. Hits him on the out route. We'll have a 40-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it 3rd and maybe a yard at most from the 34.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. They're going to throw for it on 4th. He drops it. Another pick slips through their hands, but this time, Brock, they're still getting the football off. A turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they do.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. And go and play action. Finds his back complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Pass play coming here. Catch being left side by Abuka. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Ready, go!
Back now, pressure coming. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Steady.
Plowing up the middle. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be second and goal.
On the ready.
Brings up second and goal.
Steady.
Fullback's got it. Look at the power. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
All I can really say about that one, Kate, at least he managed to make it out of the end zone. Now staring at a third down at your own 1. Yikes.
Just a yard away on third and goal. Here's the jumbo package.
Here we go, here we go. 70.
They'll try it left side. And this is going to end behind the line block. A great stop down in close. Now let's see if they want to risk it here on fourth and goal.
Fourth down and goal.
Daniel Carlson on for this field goal try. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Carlson's kick is good. And it only does a little against the deficit, which drops to 19.
I would imagine, Kate, that they hope that's the spark that starts a second-half inferno of a comeback. Could scarcely afford to come away empty-handed with points on that opening drive, and they didn't.
Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. They go right back to Hall. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know right now, Kate, with this time we spend together, these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. I'll throw it. It is caught left side. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down, New York.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Puts his body on the line, and he got it. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
That's another Jets first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Jets first
In the air here. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
From the gun, it's Hall. This is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
16 yards. That's good for a Jets first down.
So we're through 3 here. The Jets have multiple scores here and on their way to closing this one out. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Running back motions right. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 inch.
They're going to try and throw it here. Set up the screen here for Hall. That screen sniffed out quickly. Shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
That's caught by A.J. Brown. And boy, they made a challenge that first down. They got very close, picked up 14. Now it's 3rd and short.
15 yards.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Catch made. Touchdown, New York. The Jets keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Jets grow their lead yet again.
Buccaneers 9.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Right side, this is Ibuka. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackles.
Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's got it to his running back. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And hit him along the sideline there. Pickup of 9, so 2nd and 1 upcoming.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Pass play now. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Bucs have the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Go! Ready?
1st and 10, looking to throw. Cut out left. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
On the jump.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now looking to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready.
3rd and long for him here. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it. This is a case of just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3. Let your kicker get some points and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And the Jets are able to recover the kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
The Jets take their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Let's go now.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. We've drawn up for it. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He's drawn up for it. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line.
On the stick.
Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Trying to push deep downfield. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jets take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Sign quarterback run here. So it's a road win for the Jets. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.
Like yellow on leaves, ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me, blowing a coffee, to sleep. You